Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here again. We're going through another full Alliance War video for you. This is Alliance War Season 23, War number 9 against XDSTX. This was a pretty even war. Hard fought. On this first battle, we got on Node 4, it's got a Sabretooth. This has the Vigorous Assault and the Arc Overload. So he's fully unblockable when he has a regen buff up, and he's not unblockable when he has his Sabretooth's passive regen active, so I can reverse that. So here I'm trying to build up my temperature just so that my incinerates last a little bit longer, and then cut that combo short so I can kind of recharge up and kind of get a couple extra hits in before he gets the regen. The arc overload falls off, hit him with an SP2, and this dude is just melting, and he's dead. Torch is amazing. Anybody that regens, anybody that can take incinerate damage, he can just totally mess up really quick. And then on this next fight, node 13, this has the Masochism and Indomitable, where you cannot reverse the regen. We're going in with Torch again. Now this node can be a little bit tricky with the Masochism. So you can see like I parried and then I just backed off because I'm trying to make sure that I don't like potentially parry her to where she'll want to go into a heavy, because then I'll get some of her earthquake charges on me, and then those can detonate, they can stun you, they're going to do some damage. And so, yeah, that's how I'm trying to get around that. And then I'm trying to make sure that I hit my combos in the middle of Masochism coming back up so that I can disable it with the incinerates. And you can see, like, so far so good. All of those incinerates fall off. She's at almost 2.5 bars of power. I'm just trying to wait and bait an SP2. And we're going to dance just for a little bit because she doesn't want to throw the SP2. Finally we get it done and go back in, disable Masochism, couple more combo to her face, and we get Quake down. Pretty easy. I lost very little health on both those fights. I had my buddy Germs in my alliance. He took down that Fury, because I usually would take it with that strike counter Fury node with Thing, but Thing is not a good option for Nick Fury. And so we had the Omega do that, and now we're on node 20. This is the Power Snack, Backup Recovery, and I fought Mysterio. I think this is the third war in a row where I fought a Mysterio on this node, and this time this Mysterio is awakened, so it's a little bit more difficult fight, I would say, just because he can build up his charges and his reflection time from his L1 or the power drain from his L2. It's going to be drawn out a lot longer, and if you happen to get tagged while he has some of his charges with the heavy, you're going to get poisoned. And so yeah, basically my whole strategy is to build up a bunch of rock stacks early, convert those into Fury so I hit like a beast, and then hit him with L2s, pushing him over L1 to L2, get him stunned just like this, and then just let him throw another L2. And then it is kind of nice because the power drain, even though I do want my power, but I'll take some willpower healing as well. So I'm just going to kind of wait this out, going to lose some power, hit him while he is stunned, and yeah, and then kind of just do the same kind of method, hit him over L1 and then do like potentially like a hard block, bait is heavy. We just triggered the backup recovery, and luckily he wasn't at too much power. But look, this guy's not throwing his L2, he's just spamming me with heavies right now, and I'm like, crap, come on, get out of this corner, please throw your special. He's having nothing of it, and we're just sitting here. Finally, he throws it, and I think I got clipped there, and I get clipped there. I throw my heavy to activate protection to make sure I don't take a lot of that poison damage. And now he threw a special one, and now he's heavying like a freaking madman again. Oh, the AI of Mysterio. It is just aggravating sometimes, you know. And so here we're getting out of the corner, push him over 2 bars of power. We're going to get him over to the other side. And like, dude, get off me, throw your special 2, give me some healing back from the willpower power lock, or power drain. And then once this heavy spamming wears off from his being in that mode, we're gonna smash the rest of this guy. So yeah, it's just Mysterio. Sometimes he is just a little bugger. I don't know. Hit him with an L1 and kill him. So was not the cleanest fight. It was sketchy at times. Took a couple hits, but man, I was dancing in the corner as best I could, and we got that Mysterio down. And now we're going into section 2. This is the next day, and I'm boosting up again and doing 7 fights all at once. And we're going to clear the map. We had an Immortal Abomination in the middle of the map that we had a guy had trouble on, and so we're going to clear the boss and get rid of the stubborn node for them. So I put a couple health pots into Thing because I took some damage from that Mysterio, and we're going to take on this Cosmic Ghost Rider. And I don't know, I don't understand why this guy would put a Cosmic Ghost Rider rank 3 6-star on defense. I mean, Cosmic Ghost Rider, he doesn't really have anything going for him for defense. His special 1 animation, like the evade timing, is like the same as a Storm Pyramid X. So I'm pretty used to that. And while this guy's beefy, I mean, I guess if you mess up, he's probably going to wreck you pretty good. I can't be armor broken because Thing is immune to armor break. And I mean, you can see right now, I'm already a minute in and I've basically done no damage. But it's not a big deal. It's all part of the plan. I'm building up Furies, and I will be launching off a big, juicy L3. And it's going to start doing a lot of damage. We'll be at max 60 Furies. And then you're going to see it go down really, really fast. So building up those Furies and having that Human Torch synergy to just auto-convert those max 20 rock stacks into Furies, man, it makes a really, really big difference. So now we're at max Furies. 60 Furies is like 7,000 plus attack. And we're going to parry this dude under the stun, hit him with an L3, max rock stacks. I'm going to be fully unblockable, unstoppable coming out of this. And I think I don't go in right away because I think I lost track of how much power he had before that. I should have hit him a few times right there. No big deal. We're dexing that L1, coming back in, got him under 50%. And you can see this dude is dropping quick now at 35%. Things hitting pretty dang hard. And we get him under the 25% threshold. And we're going to finish this dude off. I think I'm going to hit him with an L2 right after this special. And he's going to be stunned because I'm at 20 stacks. Can't be stunned because he's dead. Cosmic Ghost Rider wiped out. I don't know. I would rather have that dude available as an attacker. That's just my opinion. But I don't know. I don't know who he has to use. He's probably got some good champs. And now we're going up that same guy. He has a Korg. This is just a 5-star. And the sig level I think was like 60 or 80. It wasn't 200. But it doesn't matter because I can't take Thorn damage with Torch. We apply the pre-fight. And I took one of these guys last war, but it was a rank 3 6-star. And basically, I'm going to parry, medium, light, medium, stack a ton of smolders. Watch out for the parry being consumed by his rock stacks. And yeah, we're just going to nuke this dude. And you can see this dude is melting. We did trigger buffet right there, but not a big deal because I had so many Nova Flames on. It negated any of that healing. And so now we're going to get off that indestructible, put a couple Novas on, fully evade that because it was unblockable. Trigger Dex, he gets a little bit of healing, not a big deal. And then we just go right back at it. He's healed up a little bit again from Buffet, but this dude's just gonna melt. Be super careful on those parries when he's got rock stacks. And I'm gonna throw another special too. I do get a Fury on my special too because I have the Thing Synergy, and that got consumed, but no big deal. He just got nuked. Man, class disadvantage and all. Torch is a really, really good counter for Thing. Now we have Buffet, Strike counter, Doom, and we're going in with Void. And on this fight and the last fight, I had a Power Start 1 boost. I actually had 2, and I think I'm not gonna have to have one expire on me because I don't think it's gonna be available for the next war in time. But we throw it on because I want to try to get Petrifies on this dude. And of course, just like last war, I had fought a Doom here, although he wasn't awakened. Man, the Petrifies are coming on at the very, very end, so that kind of sucked. I'm evading these, but the Buffet is immediately removing the Dex, and then it's applying a shock, like he consumed that. So this guy was max sig. This is a rank 3, 6-star max sig Dr. Doom. So can't really mess around on this, and I've already messed up on my strike counter where I can't get enough power to get back to a special one, which kind of sucks. But we're doing what we can. We're going to intercept this dude. I'm trying to get some dexes off because the Buffet is going to get reversed. Now that I have Fear of the Void on, and I'm trying to get another Petrify. Can I get another Petrify? I get a Petrify, which is sweet. And I'm just gonna do a little dex here, or just eat it to the face again. The last two were not great. Hitting into his block, I gotta be careful because I had that shock on me, and he goes down. So not the cleanest fight, but you know what? When you can get full attack bonus on a rank 3 max sig 200 Dr. Doom, I'll take it. It'll cost me a few health potions later, but not a big deal. So we're still boosted. We're doing all these fights are all in sequence. And we got a man thing again. This is just a rank 5 man thing, and this guy, he doesn't have any Mystic Dispersion, which makes this fight super easy. And I'm just going to apply my normal strategy here, which is to block, parry, short combos, build up a whole bunch of destructibles, and when I switch him over to his regen mode when he drops below 50%, then I'll have some destructibles to kind of play around with, get some dexes off without having to him go indestructible. So here we hit him with the big L2, he's stunned, kind of shorten the combo, just kind of making sure that this dude doesn't get too much power. Granted, again, this guy didn't have Mystic Dispersion, so I should have kind of just wailed into him. But again, I do want to build up as many destructibles as I can, just as like a safety guard for when he goes under 50%, because every special he'll be getting a regen, and this has the Vigorous Assault where they're fully unblockable while they have a regen buff up. So, but things are going well. I know I do get clipped at some point, and I take it's very minimal damage that I take, but I think it's towards the end. When I counter his special 2, I prefer to try to have him throw special 2s because they're easier to counter. You don't have to get like the spacing right with the L1 and whatnot. Kind of just let that regen fall off and then go back in. Yeah, right there, I thought I got a parry and I missed it, and then I got hit. So we're going to throw in an L3, get some damage. So we went from 37% to what? 22%, which was 36k, and then I get tagged coming out of that. So, but very, very minimal damage taken so far. and I gotta wait this out. I probably could have smashed into him and taken that off and thrown a special one, but just playing it safe. And we finish him off with an L1, and Man Thing goes down. Thing is a great counter for that Man Thing. Makes the fight pretty simple, pretty easy. So we get him down, and then we're gonna move up to Polka Dot Power, and this has got a Thing, and it's a 6-star, rank 2, and I think it's like a SIG 60, 52. So that's nice. So when he has protection up, the damage isn't going to be, totally mitigated. So I'm going to bait out the heavy, knock down the stun shield with my incinerates, and then try to do short combos, hit him while he's under the stun because I get the extra damage, knock down the stun shield again, stun him, and hit him. So there I didn't intercept. We didn't push him back over a bar of power, so we had to tap into his block. And then here we're just going to hit him with 1, come in after a special, disable the shield, and then try to do as many stuns as possible while he has that stun shield down and hit him, because you're going to get some pretty good damage. I mean, you even get like the protection, but once the protection falls off, yeah, you're gonna get decent damage. So we need to bait out another L1. I'm doing a pretty good job at not triggering decks, and yeah, we're getting some good damage off while the stun is going. I'm gonna extend this combo so that I take off the stun shield. We're gonna hit him with a special 3. It's gonna do a pretty good amount of damage, and I think coming out I get a few Nova Flames and stings on him. But I do trigger a dex on that one. Not a huge deal, but we got some of them burning, but he's got protection on, so it's alright. So we're gonna hit him 1, dash back, parry, hit him, and this guy's just melting. So very little health loss, and this 6-star thing goes down. Polka Dot Power. Out of any of the fights that normally I'd see there, I would prefer to see Thing every time, because I got that fight down pat. Now we're waiting for my buddy to come up. He applies the White Mag's pre-fight ability to get the passive stuns, and so we're going to go on this. This is node 55, where it's got the brute force, and we're going to go in with Thing. And the main reason why I chose Thing over my other attackers is, one, I was going to use Void for the boss, and Torch could have done a good job on this, but I would have to kind of work around the indestructibles more, because I know I would be dexing and whatnot, and with this playstyle with Thing and the Torch synergy, I can just parry, hit him while he's under the stun, build up a bunch of destructibles, so that way if he kind of goes passive like he is at the moment, I can get some dexes off and not trigger the indestructible, and then just kind of counter him when it comes that time. So he can't put a nullify on me, so I only get that taunt. I throw an L2, so now I have that special 2 weakness on me. Just need to make sure that I don't throw 2 of the same specials consecutively. So I think the next special that I'm going to throw is a special 3. And even though I've taken some of the brute force here and there, because he's kind of been a chump and not throwing his specials, I'm getting willpower heal from his debuffs. So I got that study passive 2 on me, and a long special 2, but yeah, when he throws like a special 1, I'm gonna get the taunt on me, but this whole time I get willpower healing, so it's gonna offset, and I think I almost end this fight at full health, which is kind of nice considering all of the brute force degen damage that I did take. Finally, he does throw that. That whole thing was unblockable, so I blocked it and got hit. Well, here we're gonna hit him with an L3, get some spacing on the battlefield, and get some decent damage going. But you can see, like, I've kind of been hovering around the same amount of health, like, this whole fight. We get some more willpower healing with that taunt going on. 186 a tick, like, that's nice. That's really nice. Throws another L1, gets an evade. I get the fatigue, so now I got 3 debuffs going. I got 279 a tick, so, like, I'm just going up there right now. And while I can't crit very often with that fatigue, thing is still hitting like a beast because I got max furies going. And I think I'm going to throw an L2 after this one. A little bit early there. That's okay. Barely took any damage and I'm still healing. And throw an L1. Boom. Hit him. He throws an L1. Kind of dancing around a little bit. I'm like, look at all that willpower healing. And then I finally tap him over. Mr. Fantastic goes down. Really easy fight with that white mags pre-fight. Without it, I wouldn't have been able to stun, and it would have been a nightmare. He'd have been evading like a freaking madman. So now we got the last fight on the map, Node 52. This is the boss fight. I put a couple health potions into Void because I got smacked around a bit on that Doom earlier. I not all the way healed up, but that's okay, right? Well, so we come in, I counter some heavies. I got pre-fight from Mr. Fantastic on from my buddy Mirage Turtle. He had Mr. Fantastic on attack, and so we got lots of pre-fights here. We got all 3 of his debuffs, plus the white mags, 15% attack, plus I'm boosted. So, but this is a max sig 200 rank 3 thing again, and everything's going pretty well, right? So right here, I don't push him over to a bar of power, and I kind of messed up with my spacing, and I just eat a combo to the face. I'm at 19%, and I only have 2 destructibles. Right now I got 3, and I'm thinking, oh, I cannot lose this fight. Like, come on. And check this out. I'm gonna do okay, and we're gonna finish this. You'll have to wait and see, but I know you can dex out of his specials without triggering the dex mastery and consuming the destructibles. So I have 4 right now. So 4. He's at 62%. I'm at 15%. We just ate up 2 of those destructibles. I'm like, oh. But he is not at a bar of power, so I'm like, okay, come on. Go back to your corner. Gonna tap into your block a bunch. And normally, like, when he's under a bar of power and he's over 20 rock stacks, he is kind of passive like that. That's kind of his AI. I just need 1 more tap. We get him over, and then we're back in business. We just got to get him to throw his L1. We have no destructibles left and 15% health. So we're going to get some extra spacing here. Big L2, triggers protection. Tap. We're just going to do a lot of tapping into the block. It's going to give me the spacing that I need. And with having no destructibles, like, I need time. Time gives me damage, because all of those intimidating presence debuffs are doing a lot of work. And you know, it's going pretty well. Like, I've been sticking around this 15%. I haven't had to do any blocks, and I'm just tapping into his block a ton, because he's taking a bunch of damage right now with those IP debuffs and Fear of the Void on, and it's looking pretty good. Am I gonna make this? Am I gonna make it after that big mess up at the beginning? Yeah, I'm gonna make it. Hit him with a big L2 and lots of debuffs going. We need him to throw a special because I want those power stings to go. I do, and we get both a weakness and a degen, which is like the best of both worlds. And then I trigger indestructible, get a parry off. Ooh, and we're just gonna let him tap over. Boom. Get another solo on the boss. It was a little bit sketchy, but I managed to work it out, and we won that war. XDSTX, they were solid. It was a pretty close war. This should move us back up into tier 1. I got another #1 MVP, got a bunch of my buddies up on there doing a lot of work right now, and we moved up to rank 10 and Platinum 1. Season's going really, really well. We're 7-2 overall. And thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.